What's good, YouTube? Gunner here, and welcome to the channel. So before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch, and then also follow me down on Twitter. Everything's going to be in the link in the description. Alright, so today we have trash puppets. Pretty much this deck is not that good, to be honest. So I definitely don't want to stray anybody to think that this deck is actually good. It's not really that good. I just like to try and play different decks. But yeah, in my opinion, this is not a good deck. It is trash, as you can see for the thumbnail. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this. So for the skill, we're going to be playing a Relinquished Puppet. So basically what this skill does, and it's a really good skill, it actually allows you to go into your deck, send a card to the graveyard, and then you can special summon the Gimmick Puppet Toy Death Toy, which is a really good card because in and of itself, what it does say is you can target one Gimmick Puppet monster on the field, destroy it. This effect can only be used once while this card's face up on the field, and then when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon up to 2 Gimmick Puppet monsters from your hand. So essentially your first turn play is you want to bring it out, target itself, it gets destroyed, and then special summon 2 Gimmick Puppets from your hand. So it can definitely lead you to an okay first turn. So we've got 2 copies of Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. I've only have 2 copies. If I had 3, I would put 3 in, but I've only got 2. And so what this card says: on normal summon, you can target a Gimmick Puppet monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defensive position, anything other than a Terror Baby itself. And then also, and when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to the activation of your Gimmick Puppet monster effects this turn. So that's very, very good. Then I got 2 copies of Bisca Doll. Probably one of the best Gimmick Puppets in my opinion. So what this card does is it says you can special summon this card from the hand by discarding 1 Gimmick Puppet monster. You can banish this card from the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target Gimmick Puppet monsters you control with card effects this turn. Very, very good graveyard effect. And then we got 1 copy of Dreary Doll. This card is pretty much it's pretty much just continues to summon back to the field. So what it does is if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish 1 other Gimmick Puppet monster and special summon this card, and then you can only use this effect of Dreary Doll once per turn. Now the big downside to this card is it says cannot be used as an Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for Xyz summoning of a Gimmick Puppet. So in my opinion, that really hurts the card. Because this thing could be super versatile. It would have been one of the best cards, period. But unfortunately, you can only use it for a Gimmick Puppet, which does not make it as good as it could have been. And also, it's the target for Relinquished Puppet 99% of the time. Alright, so now we got 3 copies of Gimmick Puppet Magnet Doll. This is a free-to-play card if you play the event. So what it does is if your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are Gimmick Puppets, you can special summon this card. So it's not exactly like a Cyber Dragon, only because you have to have a Gimmick Puppet on the field. But it is a good card. Then we got Gimmick Puppet Gear Changer. This is definitely a pretty good card. So this card says it can't be special summoned from the deck. So once per turn, you can target 1 Gimmick Puppet monster you control, accept this card, and copy its level. So ideally, if you have a Magnet Doll and you summon out a Puppet Gear Changer, you can copy. They both become level 8s, and then you got access to the extra deck. Alright, now we got cards that you know, can help the deck a little bit. We got 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. If you don't have this card, there are other optimal back row removal, Galaxy Cyclone, Cosmic Cyclone. If you don't have those cards, you can also get Double Cyclone, which actually comes in a GX box. But anyway, yeah, this targets one spell trap card on the field, destroy it. It's a quick play, very good card. Then we got 2 copies of Book of Moon. I mean, obviously it's a pay to win card, but you know, I got it. If you don't have it, there are other options that you could utilize. So as this card says, target one face-up monster on the field, changes to face-down defense position, clutch card. And then here we got our gimmick puppet. You know, our pot of greed here. This is pretty much the pot of greed of the deck. It says tribute one face-up level 8 or higher monster, and then you get to draw 2 cards. So a play you could do, if your hand isn't that good, you can get Dreary Doll into the graveyard, banish a card, bring out Dreary Doll, and then you can use advanced draw on Dreary Doll, and then draw 2 more cards to potentially unbrick your hand. And then lastly, I got 2 copies of Treacherous Trap Hole. I mean, it's pretty much a blowout card. It can really help you in certain situations throughout the duel. But yeah, again, there are free-to-play options for pretty much a lot of these cards. Yeah, and there's definitely other optimal ways that you can play this deck. This is just one way that I decided to play it. Some people use Concentrating Current to go for game, which I do think that is a good option. So you could do that if you wanted to. You can take out the Treacherous and throw in some Econs. So definitely some good tech cards that you can use for this deck if you don't have the more expensive cards. Okay, on to the extra deck. We got number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Essentially, it's pretty much just a 3k beater, but it does have the effect is you can detach one Exceeds monster, one Exceeds materia, I'm sorry about that, and then place 1 string counter on each face-up card on the field during the next end phase of your opponent's turn. Destroy monsters with string counters, and if you do, inflict 250 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. So you can definitely utilize that optimally. Then we got one copy of a Puppet Giant Grinder. This card is good because up to twice per turn you can detach a material from the card, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And then if it was an Exceed monster, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half its original attack. So that's very good, you know, if your opponent's life points are much lower. And then we got 1 copy of Zombie Stein. To me, I really like this card. A lot of people don't, just because of how you know, I guess how it's not super good, but it is what it is. It's 4500 attack, and you get a negate if you can discard a card. But he does unfortunately turn into defense position, which is easily swung over by anything in this game pretty much. Then I got 2 copies of Gimmick Puppet Giganted Dolls. So what this card does is you can detach 2 material from this card, then target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls, gain control of them until the end phase. Also for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except Gimmick Puppet monsters, nor declare an attack except with these monsters. Now this second part says you contribute this card, all monsters you currently control become level 8 to the end of the turn. So this is really good because you can steal up to 2 of your opponent's monsters and then tribute this off. Both of them go to level 8, and then you can go into a Gimmick Puppet monster, which is very good. And you know, some people don't look out for it. Then we got 1 copy of Malevolent Sin. It's a 2400 card that can banish any monster, face down, face up, whatever. And then you swing, and then it goes up by 300 attack, and the increase rank becomes 3, which then makes, you know, a level 7. Alright, then we got number 68, Sanafoid, the Sky Prison. This is definitely a good card in my opinion. It takes 2 level 8 monsters, gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard, so both yours and your opponent's. And then once per turn, you can detach a material from this card until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither player can special summon monsters from the graveyard. Very good. Alright, so guys, that's the deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys stick around for the duels later on in the video. Yeah, So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. And then also, again, follow me down on Twitch. And then also follow my Twitter for live updates when I do decide to go live. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the duels. Yugi Moto versus Quattro. He could be playing a Gaia deck. Nope, he's playing a Exodia deck. Interesting. So, on stream you might witness your boy getting obliterated by Exodia. Come forth, the left arm of the Forbidden One. At least I'll have it on stream, I guess. I get straight smanged. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Hey man, you know what? I wouldn't be mad getting hit by Exodia. Okay, we got Treachery here. Relinquish Puppet. What the? Come on, man. Wait, hold on. Let me read this card real quick. I'm saying you can target a Gimmick Puppet in the graveyard. This one says you cannot. Once per turn, you can target a Gimmick Puppet monster you control. Okay, man. If I send him, he brings him out. Yeah. Normal, going to Malefic. Gimmick Puppet. We'll bring out both these dudes. Well, bring him out. Boom. I can copy. No, I'm not gonna do that. Come on, come on. There we go. We'll banish that. Bring out Dreary Doll. Oh. Bring out Old Boy. Go. Okay, we're gonna just set 2. I can summon. I can probably protect this dude. Let's swing. He's got nothing in hand. Alright. Hopefully we don't lose this turn, but we'll see. We shall see. Activates Magical Mallet. That lets him reset his hand for anything he doesn't want. That's 2. That's 3. 3 cards. Okay. Come forth. Wonder Tilt. Gonna continue to let him draw. Okay, only 4 cards in hand. He might just end up scooping it up. Come on, come on! And that's it, that's game. Okay. We're probably gonna be playing against photons here. So this is probably gonna be a bad matchup. Because photons pop off hard. Yep. Okay. Yep. But then we got Treachery in our hand. Ooh. Very interesting. Tech card. It's a good tech card though. Lord Galaxion. Man, this guy popped off hard. Well, good thing we have MST in hand. Dang. This is about as nuts as you can open up with this deck as possible. Boy went off hard. Body. You know he mad about that. God, no! Come on, man! What the hell? That's how you know he's mad. He's like, you know what? I'm just banish your MST. Alright. Unfortunately, we have the 1 card. Wait, what the? I'm playing 2 copies of this thing? Oh, I can send it from my hand. Make it untargetable. Boom. Special. I'm gonna send that to the graveyard. Normal this can grab that. Gimmick Puppet. Use the effect. Special that. Bring this out. It does nothing. If I don't bring it out, I can use advanced draw. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that just yet. So advanced draw. Draw 2. If I summon him. Dang. This is rough. This is rough. Untargetable. Alright. Might have been better to. I probably should have did the other one. I'm gonna have to go into String Boy. Or, not String Boy, Grinder Boy. What does this card do? You control 2. Okay. Gimmick puppet. Grinder. He's a grinder. Gimmick puppet grinder. Pop that. 21, 25. 21, 25. Yeah, I'll pop both of those. I'm gonna just set these. And my turn. I should have put him in defense position. I kind of clowned myself on that. Boom, let it get destroyed. For now. Nah. I'm gonna need that. I gotta get rid of his monster. Okay, here we go. Draw. Boom, I can bring that back. Banish that. Oh, he's got something for that. What could that be? Terror Baby. Terror Baby. I can go 4 and go into Malif. Or I could bring back copy. Go into an 8, so I could go into puppet strings. He might have a no, it's not Tretch because... There we go. Go into our boy. Battle, swing. So right now he's just in top deck mode. That's fine. He's in top deck mode, so we should have game here. Come on, let the puppets win. Yes.